Friend and Foe Adventure Co. is an immaturely mature podcast. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. So you guys finished your adventure with Drake Wilson. He jetted off with his key fragment, and then you guys are left with 3 of those weapons that you had stolen from Barry. Are you guys going to sell those back to Amir?
Yes.
Yeah, let's sell them.
So each one of those is worth 400 gold. So 400, 800, 1200. I guess that's just 300 gold to each of you. So nice. You all can add 300 gold. Those blueprints, we will do something with another time. You give those to Amir and he's like, oh, very interesting. I'm going to see what I can do with these. And he doesn't pay you anything, but he assures you, that this will pay off in the end. So then you guys go back to your rooms at Randy's Brew Inn. You go to sleep, and you got to be well rested for your adventures. While you're asleep, you dream.
So Mercurius dreams that he's falling through the air. Like, what do you call that? Skydiving. He's skydiving, and when he gets to the altitude where he needs to pull the cord on his parachute, he snaps and starts floating, but the parachute backpack thing keeps falling. But he's floating, so he's fine. But the parachute's falling, and it calls out to him as he's going. He's Mercurius! And he just keeps on floating. And then he realizes it's not a pack, it's an android.
As the android is screaming your name, falling, smoke starts to spew from its mouth, and the smoke rises and gets to your face, and you start coughing.
So I start dreaming, and I'm walking through Geohold with Pigeon on a beautiful sunny day. I see Good Boy Mercurius and Tarquin all at the end of the street waving at me. Pigeon is excited and flies around me, and then flies straight up into the sky until he's out of sight. I look back down at my new friends, and they're being electrocuted while on fire. Flames swallow Geohold, and then I'm all alone.
Essentially, your dream goes black with smoke.
So for mine, he's in the dream, he's like a little kid again. And he's playing in a garden. You can tell it's like a very well-kept garden. Obviously, the person who owns this garden has like a lot of money. And he's playing, he's having a good time, and all of a sudden, like a box starts to form around him out of just thin air, and kind of starts to like float up into the air. And then when this box opens, he's in just like a completely alien world where he doesn't recognize anything, and everything's completely different.
And then all of a sudden, everything gets smoky, of course. And Good Boy starts coughing in his dream. And then all of you, you wake up. Mercurius, you're waking up in a cold sweat, but then it's also very hot in your room. Everybody's in their own perspective rooms, and smoke is coming in through the bottom of the door. All of your rooms are adjacent, so if you wanted to communicate to each other, you can, or you can just try and go out or whatever.
I was really imagining sort of like a Willy Wonka scenario with everybody in the same bed,
Yeah. This is a really wide bed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's fine. I guess we can all have our own rooms.
Listen, okay, I gotta have you. There's a reason you're in separate rooms, okay?
Okay. This once.
It's relevant to the lore.
This was the one time we didn't all sleep in a giant communal bed.
Yeah. You had finally gotten enough money and reputation that Randy was like, you know what? Why don't you all take your own rooms tonight? You earned it.
Thanks, Randy.
Here's the keys to my chocolate factory.
All right, so smoke is coming under. Your room is filling up with smoke. What do you do? What do you do?
You got to check the door handle to see if it's hot.
So you're doing it like kind of slowly, carefully?
Yeah, just touch it.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot. Okay. Any windows?
Yes, there are windows.
There are windows. What floor
Every
are we
room
on?
has a window. You're on the second story.
Okay, we could do that. We could take a second story jump. What do you guys think? It's hot out there. It's probably on fire. You want to jump?
Did I check the door or did just be curious? Because like we have our own doors, right? Or is it just like all connected?
Yeah, everybody has their own door. You're in your own room, so
Okay.
you haven't checked your door.
I would like to check my door to see if my doorknob is hot to the touch.
Okay, it is hot to the touch.
I think maybe I would like to jump out the window, possibly.
You go ahead and do that. You just roll a traverse check.
Okay, I rolled a 14.
Well, you get +6.
What?
Because you have +1 on your regular traverse and +5 if it's a terrain traverse, which I would say like the window and windowsill counts as a terrain.
All right, then I rolled a 19.
You jump out the window? Did you open it first, or are you just like jumping through action style?
Well, I'm going to open it first.
You quickly move to the window, you open it up, and right as you open it up, you essentially like roll through the windowsill and just like go right out. And it's the front of the building. You're on the second floor of Randy's Brew Inn, and there's like kind of an awning, and you just like roll down that awning and then land on the ground in front of it. Just cool. It's, like the whole superhero landing, crouch. And then Pigeon flies down around you, and it's like you guys have practiced this before, as if it happened in episode 1. And Pigeon flies up right next to you as you're in that like cool landing crouch.
Yeah, call back.
I can do this often.
You other two, you're still in your rooms.
Right. I think I'm going to jump out the window too, but before I do you got anything, good boy? You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. I'm going to use my breacher perk, and I'm going to try and rip the door off its hinges.
Roll a strength interact check.
Ooh, that's a 16 plus 5.
Plus another 3 because you get 3 on interact checks anyway. So you get plus 8 total.
So naturally he failed, right?
Yeah. You try to do it and your fingers bleed and fall off, and then you wake up again to a smoke-filled room. No. Yeah, do you go and you like grab the door, and it's like you put your hand through the wall to grab the door and then pull it out, and as like that heat would blast in, it like pushes against the door, but you're shielded against it with your door shield at that point. And then smoke is filling the room even faster. It's not immediately like right in the hallway. It's not on fire. It's just pretty filled with smoke. I'm going to say that at this point, Mercurius has to decide what to do before.
Okay, yeah.
I'm jumping out the window, but much less gracefully. I'm not opening it. I'm just straight up. What do they call that? The flying kick with both feet. I forget what that's a wrestling move. That should be Good Boy's wheelhouse, but I'm just jumping through that glass.
All right, roll your traverse interact, or your traverse check.
That is 10, and I have a +0 to traverse checks.
Yeah, you go through the window. You put, feet first, but as you go out, like the glass scratches up your shoulder, your one skin on your shoulder, because you only have one arm, right?
My skin.
Your back, your chest, like your clothes get a little bit cut up.
My back, they hurt.
You roll down, not gracefully, down the front of the building and then land like on your back. It knocks the wind out of you. And you will take 4 points of damage to your health.
Okay, took it. Very nice. Very good. What are we doing, guys?
Phalion's like right there, still in her cool pose.
I'm like trying not to laugh.
Meanwhile, Pigeon is full on laughing. Does not have the social grace that Phalion does. Yeah, why don't you go back? You said you wanted to do something, good boy.
Yeah. I am going to I'm going to keep using the door as a shield. I'm going to walk out into the hallway.
The way that the hallway's set up is like you've got your hallway, and then it's just one long hallway with doors to other rooms. And then at one end is a window, and then at the other end is like it would split left and right, which would lead to more stairs that would go downstairs, and that would go into the bar area where Randy's brew section of the brew inn is.
I'm going to see if I can see anything.
Okay, so you go towards the brew part of the bar where the stage is. You get out and you're on that second floor landing. To your left and right are essentially like a little bit of a walkway that lead to more stairs that go down. And in the center stage, Randy's Brewing, if you don't remember, has tables sprawled throughout. The center stage is like a circular stage with a bar circling it. And that bar is on fire because the alcohol was circling it, right? Like that's where they would grab the drinks. And in the center is Randy tied up in a chair, and fire is surrounding them. Oh no! And they're kind of trying to wiggle, and you can hear them screaming now. You bastard! I'll get you! Let me out of here! And there are 3 skeletons in the room. 3 fiery skeletons in the room.
Ooh.
They haven't noticed you.
Are they watching Randy? Can I, get them without them, meaning Randy, not the skeletons, without them, meaning the skeletons, not Randy?
Yeah, you could try and sneak to there, or even from that landing. I mean, it's like a 4 square jump. You could maybe try to jump onto the stage, but the 3 fiery skeletons, are kind of walking around the room, like flipping tables and like holding a chair until it lights on fire from their fiery bones, and then like tossing it. They're mainly focused on just like burning the place down. They're not really paying super close attention to Randy.
Okay. I'm going to try and get to Randy without them, the skeletons, noticing.
Okay, roll a sneak check.
Oof. That's 9 plus 1.
So which way are you going? Are you going to go down like one of the stairs?
Yeah. What other ways could I go?
You could just jump down. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just going to go down one of the stairs.
Okay. You start like heading towards the stairs with your door, and as you like get to the stair part, you like go down and you clunk down the door like into the stairs, and you make some noise doing that. And one of the skeletons looks, but doesn't see you quite yet. It just sees a door in the middle of the stair. At this point, it's just like paused. It's looking. You've stopped moving, but outside of the building, both Mercurius and Phaleon, you can hear Randy screaming now.
Yeah, I was waiting for an opportunity to give, I didn't want to interrupt everything that was happening, but can we? I assume we would have been calling out to Good Boy or trying to reach him on the Echo Stone when he didn't fall out of the window, and Tarquin too. So we're to be calling out like, "Good Boy, what's going? Like, get down here! What's going on? The place is on fire!" Of course, then we hear Randy screaming.
Yeah. So I guess if they're calling me on the stone things, what are they called?
Echo Stones.
Echo Stones. Yeah. Then I'm gonna try and tell them what is happening. Exactly how you said it earlier.
Nailed it. All right, you convey that, yeah, Randy is in there in trouble. There's 3 fiery skeletons.
Jinkies.
We're at the front of the building?
Yep.
Is there fire at the front of the building?
There's smoke coming out of like the front entrance, but it's not like engulfed in flames at this point.
Okay.
I mean, it's got like those saloon style doors, so you could see in there. Like there's smoke coming out, and there's like also it's kind of illuminated, right? Of like the flickering of flames in there.
Well, good boy sneaking. So do we also want to sneak in there and just try to extricate Randy and then leg it?
I like it. Let's sneak in.
Could we do like a sneak attack?
Okay, so I'll have Are you guys gonna like go inside, Mercurius and Phaleon?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so do roll the sneak check just to get inside.
15.
5.
Mercurius, you go in first, and you like tuck away to one of the tables. You're safe. And Phaleon, you come in and you like push open both doors really hard, swinging, and you're just like, stealth, bitches! At which point all three skeletons look at you. Randy like is facing back and is trying to turn around towards you like, who is that?
Cool.
So the three skeletons are now, I don't, you have that element of surprise. Like Phaleon, you've gone in there. They're all three turning towards you. Do you guys want to like initiate the attack now that they're distracted by her, or what?
So good boy, they haven't seen you yet. You could get Randy while we take out these skeletons.
That works for me.
Yeah, the skeletons are moving towards Phaleon, towards the front of the building. So the way it's kind of laid out is like as you walk in, the ceiling isn't quite as high because that's where the bedrooms are. And then to the left and right are where the stairs come down. So you said you went right to the right stairs, right?
I think I just said I went down the stairs.
Okay, let's put you on the right
Yeah.
stairs. Sure. So like, yeah, you're holding that door. You're going down the stairs on the right side. So once you get down, it'll pretty much be like a straight shot, or like a little bit to the left and forward is where the circle thing is. It's like centered in the room. Phaleon, why don't you go ahead and roll your initiative? Actually, everybody just roll their initiative. Roll for initiative!
He said the thing. I got 12.
I got 10.
I got 5.
Stealthy and slow.
She just woke up.
It's been a rough night.
Yeah.
So it's going to go Mercurius, good boy, skeletons, Phaleon. So Mercurius, you are up first. And you are still stealthed.
Oh, good. Very good. How would I like to open this most sacred of meetings? So they're both in front of us, heading towards us. Or there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of on the right side of the door.
Yeah, that's where you went.
Okay. Good.
Behind
That
the
is what I
table.
That is something I would do. Can I? How many squares now? My melee is shit though. I don't know. Is melee a better fit for like a sneak attack?
Yeah, either way. I could just do squares, I guess. So like straight in front of you on the right side is 4 squares. In the middle, it is also 4 squares, but it's just like that different angle. And then the furthest one is probably about 6 squares on the opposite side of the room.
I have 5 movement, so I would like to sneak my way around the rightmost skeleton's left side, try and get behind him. I don't even have a melee weapon. What am I doing with my life?
Well, I mean, everybody's got like a melee weapon, right? Like you can do melee.
Just pick up a bottle from the bar.
Okay, yeah. Or I could grab him by the spine, like right at the base of the neck, or at the base of the skull. Well, I don't know. What am I going to do with him then?
They're all on fire.
They're on fire skeletons. I'll use my metal hand. This is great. Okay. I would like to do all that stuff. Grab him with my metal arm and just try and chuck him, I guess, toward the other 2 skeletons. Yeah, chuck him into the other skeletons.
You know what? Actually, why don't we do this? Why don't we make this a badass move? Because this is badass.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good way to start a sneak attack. Badass. Okay. You're going to roll for that. Does anybody want to join in on the badass move?
Yes. I would like, you said they were like swinging doors, like saloon doors.
Yes.
I would like to try and take one off and throw it at the skeletons.
So for you, the center skeleton is about 3 squares away. The one on the right is like 5 squares away. The one on the left is like 5 squares away.
Okay, I'll try for the closest skeleton.
We do a lot of just like chucking random shit at people with badass moves. I love it.
Why don't you add something with Pigeon as well?
Pigeon is going to try and like fly. Like, would electrocuting work on them?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to try and fly through like all their rib cages.
Ooh, all of them. Okay, great. With like a little bit of electricity going?
Yes.
Okay. Good boy, what are you doing? What you bringing to this badass move?
How close am I to the nearest skeleton?
So at this point, the skeleton's like moved. You're on the stairs, and it's like 1 square diagonal down the stairs to your left. Like you're midway, so it's slightly below you.
I am going to jump off the stairs and try and smash the skeleton with the door that I have. This is just going to be an all-door themed attack.
Door attacks.
This is the same skeleton that Mercurius is doing, but
Oh,
no, I'm going to make it work. Well, it'll work.
okay.
This is going to be good.
So everybody roll their badass dice. So you roll a d20. If it's an 18, 19, or 20, it counts as a 20. If it's a 1, 2, or 3, it counts as a 1.
I have 15.
I have 17.
Nice.
11?
Yeah, you guys passed. We'll start with Mercurius sneaking around the right side as Phaleon rips off one of the swinging doors, tosses it at the center skeleton. It smashes into him. Roll a melee damage. So roll a d20.
A 5.
Then you rolled your damage, right?
And I got a 3.
So you grab that door off the hinge, throw it at the center skeleton. It smashes into him. It shatters into wooden splinters, and those little splinters are catching on fire. But you deal 3 damage to him, and immediately after it shatters, here comes Pigeon darting, and it darts through the rib cage of the first one in the middle, and then darts to the one on the right, and then darts to the one on the left. So it just like zigzags through the room, electrocuting them a little bit. Go ahead and roll 2d6. Actually, roll 3d6 and read them out as you roll them. And plus 2 to each one.
So I rolled a 3, so that was 5.
So the center one, as Pigeon passes through it, takes 5 points of shock damage.
And then I rolled a 1, so that would be 3.
Okay, the one on the right takes 3 points of shock damage.
And then I rolled a 4, so then it would be 6.
And then the one on the far left, that takes 6 points of damage. And then Pigeon flies back to you. Though right after Pigeon shocks that one on the right, here comes Good Boy jumping down with the door. This is totally a wrestling move, like when you have it's the equivalent of essentially using a chair. It's using a prop.
From the top rope, it's Good Boy.
So go ahead and roll your accuracy.
13.
Okay, so then you're going to roll your melee die plus 1 additional die. So you normally roll 1d12, so roll 2d12.
That's a 10 and a 7.
And then you add 3, so 20 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you come down with that door, smash into that poor skeleton. It shatters on him, same type of thing, but it's just like crumbling and catching on fire in splinters around his body as he's collapsed to the ground. You get up and move to the side as Mercurius comes and with his metal arm grabs the back of his spine, like the back of his neck, because he's face down on the floor, and lifts him up, squeezes him tight. And where are you throwing him at?
I want to throw him at the other skeletons.
Okay, so you've got, at this point where you're positioned, if you're like facing the skeletons, it's like 2 squares to your left and 3 squares to your right. So you choose which one.
Okay, one or the other. I'm going to take the 2 squares to the left one.
Okay, that's the center one, essentially. So
nice.
Yeah, so roll your accuracy.
That's a 4.
It's going to be plus the big number on your accuracy.
Oh, that's right.
Move.
So that'll be 9 total.
Okay, perfect. So you're just doing normal damage. So then roll your melee die.
That is 4. My damage is 3. That'll be 7.
So you grab this thing by the back of the neck. You know, the fire is just licking your clothes are like, singeing, but you're totally unbothered by it. You throw this skeleton at the middle skeleton. It crashes into him, doing 7 damage to both of them. The one that you threw, just like the door, both doors that were thrown, it like splinters off and the flames just like flare up for a second before turning to ash. So that one is dead. And the other one is kind of tossed to the side, tossed on the ground, and gets up. Now they're both kind of on the left side of the room. And then Good Boy, because that was a melee attack, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20 plus 2?
16 plus 2, 18.
Okay. You have become inflamed for 2 turns, dealing and taking 1d6 fire damage when attacking. This is a skill that we have never used, one of his skill tree skills, which is called Burn Baby Burn.
Nice.
That's badass, dude. I like it.
I forget that I have those.
Oh, it's so cool.
The center skeleton just being hit by one of his compadres. He gets up, he looks at you two, and he hurls a fireball at you.
Who? Is this at me?
Okay, yeah. So he turns towards the people who just threw a skeleton at him and throws a fireball right at you too. Like you guys are adjacent to each other, so it's hitting both of you, and you take 20 points of damage.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
Is that me? Like, am I part of the U2?
No, you're at the front. You're at the front door still.
Oh, thank goodness.
They're off to the right.
These are some spicy boys. Damn.
Do you know what that means, Riley?
What? Yes, I do.
That means that I get to use my other skill.
Well, you also have your ass kicker.
Ooh.
Which isn't going to do anything, but it'll give you shock damage to your next attack because of that new shield you have.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what does that put you at health-wise?
25. Oh, wait, no, sorry, 26.
Okay, yeah. Your shield depletes. A shock nova goes off around you, but there are no enemies there. It's not going to hurt Mercurius. You guys have become friendly and team, I'm not going to do friendly damage anymore, friendly fire anymore. And then a grenade drops. I'm going to say normally it drops because you have a skill called Pull the Pin. So when a shield hits 0, it drops a grenade dealing 1d6 damage. But that drops like on your location essentially. So if you want to do like an interact check, you might be able to like kick it towards one of the enemies.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
But it's going to be kind of a hard interact check.
Oh, all right. Do I add anything to my interact checks?
3.
So that's 11?
Yeah. You kick it, and it just kind of goes off to the side and explodes.
Oh, man.
Doesn't hurt anyone. That one's a lot nicer if someone's meleeing you.
Yeah.
But it was cool nonetheless. That was the center one's attack. The one on the left is going to charge right at Phaleon. It just gets close enough to Phaleon to attack her, but it doesn't attack yet. It's not able to. And then we are back to Mercurius, because you all did the badass move together. Oh, by the way, you all get... Mercurius, you initiated the badass move, so you get 4 badass tokens. Everybody else gets 2.
Nice. I gotta start using those. Okay, so we have 2 skeletons left. One just chucked a fireball at us, and one is right up in Phaleon's face. Just ran up to her like this and stopped.
It's doing the whole, when you go to a haunted house and they're, not allowed to touch you.
Yeah.
So it's just, getting
as close
real
without
close.
touching. Oh, that's good shit.
The fire in the ring, there's the ring of fire around Randy. It inches closer to Randy.
Hang in there, Randy. We're coming.
Yeah, everybody just roll an insight check. Because you all see the fire, like, spreading and moving towards Randy.
18.
17.
Mine's a 5 again.
Yeah, that guy's too in your face for you to notice, but the others two can tell that the fire is growing in, and in about 3 turns, it's going to reach Randy and burn them alive.
Do we say that? In about 3 turns, it's going to burn Randy alive.
Yep, exactly. That's how time's measured. Your distance is measured in squares. Time is measured in turns. There are 3,024 turns in a day.
Yeah. I have to... kind of seems like I would yell that out, and then the others would just be like, what? What are you talking about?
Randy still can't quite see anybody. They hear the commotion behind them and they're like, I've got an idea. And they like nod their head and the rope turns into a snake and the snake tightens around them and the head of the snake starts to like lunge towards their face and they're like, never mind. And they nod their head again and it turns back into a rope. They're like, that's the only rope trick I know. So you guys have got to help me, whoever you are. Okay, now it is Mercurius's turn.
That's pretty cool magic. Hey, how safe would it be for me to attempt to shoot off their bonds?
It's just the one rope around them. It would be a really, really tricky shot, especially since they just turned it into a snake and it tightened even tighter around them. So that would be like, you know, in your head, you're thinking like, oh, that might be like an 18 accuracy check.
Let's say, zoinks, gang. I think it might be like an 18 roll to try and shoot their bonds off.
And this time I say, what are you talking about?
Never mind, let's kill these skeletons. Okay, so I'm going to go back to shooting the skeleton that threw a fireball at us with my crappy combat rifle. Okay, I rolled an accuracy of 9 and I dealt 11 damage to that mean old skeleton.
Which one was it again? The center one or the left one?
I believe the center one. Is the center one that threw the fireball at us? It's not the one that's right up in Phalion's face. Yeah, that one.
You shoot it, multiple bullets hit it, and it's looking pretty pissed but weak.
Take that, rude boy.
Good boy, your turn now. Unless, is there anything else you want to do?
Speaking of which, if I can move, I would like to make a move toward Randy. I have a movement of 5. I would like to get as close to them as I can.
The entrance of that circle is about 3 squares to your right.
Okay.
3 squares towards the center of the room. So if you wanted, you could like hop up on top of the bar.
Yeah. Try and jump over the ring of fire, get onto the bar.
Yeah.
And next turn I will attempt to free them.
So this time you won't be able to move that far. You'll be able, because, well, I guess you could if you want. It's 3 squares and you'll be on top of the bar portion where it's like just the bar counter where, you know, patrons would drink. But then it's like a square that's the serving portion and the other part. And then the 5th square where you would move is engulfed in fire. And so would be the 6th square.
Okay.
So if you were to move your full 5 squares, you would be in fire. Which you can do.
I don't want to be in fire.
You would take fire damage.
I don't want to take fire damage. I'm good. That sounds painful. I don't like pain. It hurts me.
What's your health at? I think 20 damage just doesn't even take down your shields, does it?
Not quite. I'm sitting on 10 shields and 18 health from that very graceful, very majestic fall from the roof, from the 2nd floor. Okay.
Yeah. So you have moved there. Good boy. Now it is your turn.
I'm going to do my action skill then. Gonna whip out my buzz axe and I'm going to... How close are the skeletons to me?
So there's the one that's more in like the center of the room, and that one's 3 squares away. And then the one towards Phaleon is 5 squares.
I get an extra movement, right? With my action skill?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to jump at the closest skeleton to me, the one that's 3 squares away. I'm going to chop it right in the head.
That's your movement. Yeah, jumping will count as your movement. I'm not going to make you roll a traverse or anything for that. So just roll your accuracy for your... Oh, wait, no. You don't even need to do that, right? Because you're just doing melee and then a ranged attack.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's 2 and 6. So that's, what is that, 9 damage? I leap towards it, and I bring my buzz axe straight down. Just chop it right in half, all the way down, like a Jenga tower.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. As you bring it down, it just like...
Jenga!
And then you get to heal 2d4 because when you get kills while you're in your action skill, you get to heal 2d4. And you actually have health to heal.
Nice. Do I also have to take 1d6 of damage?
You do. Why don't you do that first? Because technically that's your turn. Oh yeah. And when attacking. So this is one attack. So roll 1d6 first.
That's a 1.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's not bad. The fire barely hurts you. You take 1 point of damage from it. And then heal 2d4.
That's a 3 and another 3. So that's 6.
Okay, you are at 30 health. And then you can still throw your buzz axe.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to throw my buzz axe.
So roll that 2d6 again.
It's a 3 and 6, another 9.
Well, plus 1, right? So 10 this time.
Oh, yeah, so 10.
You throw your buzz axe, and it hits the back of this skeleton that's way too close to Phaleon, and then you start reeling it back in with your string. All right, that skeleton just got hit in the back of the head with a buzz axe, but it is right there by Phaleon, and it's going to attack Phaleon.
I'm imagining that fisheye lens, like in anime, when someone's going crazy and their face is right up to the camera.
Yeah, all of this damage, it's not even attacking you. This is just all psychic damage.
Psychic damage. This gives me a real creep.
It does. It slashes at you with its hands. It just brings both bony, fiery hands down on you and slashes at you and deals 10 points of damage, which is only half of your shields. Oh, no, not even half. A third of your shields.
Yeah, it's not half. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a tough cookie.
These skellies hit pretty hard.
So I'm flustered because he's right in my face. So I tell Pigeon that it's all on him. He's got to save the day. I'm going to infuse Pigeon with electricity.
Yeah. You know.
I wouldn't want to do fire.
Yeah, you know that attacking something that's on fire with fire will not hurt it.
Okay. So 12 is what I rolled for Pigeon.
Pigeon goes and does like a figure 8 through its eye sockets, and then just like poof, it explodes in a electrical I don't know. It explodes in an explosion of electricity. What a great description. Nailed it, BM. You are the best.
Jeff, what do they call that? Is that well, there's a word for that. I don't remember what it is. An arc. I don't know.
Well, but it's not like arcing to other enemies or anything, right?
Yeah, but there's a word, I think, for like big electrical outbursts like that. I am making this so much better.
It explodes like the Death Star, but only with electricity. All the enemies are dead, but we're still going to go in like a turn order and combat time, because that round ended and the flame inches closer towards Randy. Randy's like, it's getting real hot in here.
So take off all your clothes.
They're like, if you save me, I will take off all my clothes. I promise.
Oh, don't worry, Randy. I'm coming. Sorry.
You can come after you save me.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
No, it's really getting hot in here. Anyway.
All right. Yeah. You would be able to get into... Yeah, it is Mercurious's turn. So you've got the 1, 2, 3... I'm going to change that. Let's just say like, it's like a half square movement. The stage isn't that big. So it's now like there was the initial ring of fire around there. and then it was a half ring, and then a full ring. So you've got 2 squares full of fire, and then 3, and then 4th is where Randy is. So you can still jump in there.
That's exactly what I want to do, is leap into the center of the ring and try and cut Randy free. Or if I don't have anything handy for cutting, I suppose I can just shoot the rope point blank. I don't know. Do I have a knife?
Yeah, you would have a knife.
I would have a knife, just like a butter knife. I don't know.
I mean, you're an adventurer. I think you'd have a combat knife or something, right?
Yeah, just sort of.
Do you have like one of those like mess kits that like folds up all together?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, roll a traverse check.
Ooh. It's a 3.
Ooh, okay. So let me do my math real quick.
I'm taking fire damage, boys and girls.
9 points of fire damage.
Is that? Can I take it on the chin? I mean, take it on the shields, because we're still kind of doing combat turns here.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, it goes onto your shields because this is still technically combat. So what are your shields at now?
1.
Okay. Alrighty. You're in the middle now. You're 1 square away from them. Now you can do whatever, other check you're going to do.
Okay, I cut them loose. Interact check. We're looking at a 6. Wait, what's my interact? Let's see. 2. I have 2 to interact, so 8? That's still not great. It's not doing super good.
Yeah. You don't pull out your combat knife. You do pull out like a mess kit, bring out the butter knife part, and start sawing at it. So it's like starting to fray through it, but it's going to take a couple turns to get through that.
So how many badass tokens would I have to spend to make that a successful roll? I'm not sure if I want to do it, but like, I don't know, was normal success is like 12, 13 or something like that?
12, yeah.
And that was 8. That's 4. I got enough. Yeah, why don't I do that? Can I spend the 4 badass tokens to put away the mess kit and actually cut them free?
Oh my
gosh. I don't want to lose the mess kit. I want to keep the mess kit in there.
I messed up. You actually took 12 more points of damage.
Oof. Okay, so I have no shields, and I have 7 HP. And I'm in the middle of this ring of fire. I'm assuming I have to get out of that.
Yes. Yeah, so you're using this butter knife to cut through the rope, but it's going to take
too many turns.
You could up your thing with 2 or with 4 badass tokens.
With 4. Let's do it. I have 11 of those saved up. So let's spend 4 of those and get this thing done.
Okay, you muster up the strength to like saw really, really fast and like pulling it hard and weak enough that you just are able to like rip it off, unwrap Randy, and now Randy is free. All
right, yeah. Hey, you know any ice magic? Can we get some of these flames out of here? Because I don't have a lot of HP left, buddy.
They go, I don't, but if you close your eyes, I can take care of it.
Okay, I go like this, both hands over the eyes.
Okay. Randy picks you up like a baby, like cradles you in their arms.
Aw.
Magical whoopity-boo, I'm not going to be real creative about this because there's fire around us. And then smoke flashes below them and they disappear. Ooh, magic.
And you're still there. So it's really awkward.
No, they're gone.
They disappear and just leave Mercurius there, which is weird.
Still just like holding my hands over my eyes like, any minute now.
Are you keeping your eyes closed?
Yes.
Okay, great. You feel them like walking and then like going up some stairs, and then from the top of the landing where like the hallway where the inn is, they appear and they're like, ta-da! And they put you down. You can open your eyes now.
That's pretty good. Okay, open my eyes.
And then they jump down the landing and into the bar and they're like, let's get out of here?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, are you all leaving?
Oh yeah, we're out of here. I'm out of here.
Yeah. I'm still on fire for one more turn anyway, so I'm fine either way. But yeah, sure. If everybody else is going, I'll go too.
Yeah, I just turn around because I'm still at the door.
You like take 2 steps back and you're like, yeah, I'm already out. Yeah, so you all leave. Go ahead, good boy. Why don't you take that 1d6 of damage?
Okay. It's a 4.
And it is actually fire damage, so it'll be double damaged because it's hitting your health.
Oh, man.
So 8, which puts you down to 22, right?
22, yeah.
You all come outside. The building is on fire. You watch as the flames come out and like are getting the side, outside the walls. And Randy's like, well, shit. I don't know who did this, but they look around. Where's Tarquin? Is Tarquin still in there? Did you leave your teammate?
Oh, Tarquin. Felt like we were missing something.
No, I'm just kidding. I saw some skeletons carrying Tarquin away.
Oh, okay, it's fine then.
There were 2 squaretons. There were 2 square skeletons. Squaretons, as I call them. They have square skulls.
It's just a Minecraft skeleton.
Yeah, exactly. I got jumped. Some skeletons came out of the basement and tied me up, started lighting the place on fire. And then all of a sudden, 3 skeletons came down from the upstairs carrying Tarquin, and he was passed out. And 2 of them were carrying him, like one with the shoulder and one on the legs and one just leading the way. And they left with him.
Oh, no.
Randy looks at Phaleon like, is he serious? Does he like not care about Tarquin? Do they not get along?
I just shrug my shoulders. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, well, like, I assume that they weren't buddies. I assume these skeletons weren't like just transporting Tarquin with his consent. So I don't know. Do you guys want to save your buddy?
Yes.
Yes.
We gotta save Tarquin.
It wasn't like a bachelor party, was it? Is he getting married?
Well, even if it was a bachelor party, I want to be invited. Let's go crash the bachelor party.
So either save Tarquin or crash his bachelor party.
Yeah.
Randy's like, well, I'm going to deal with this. You guys can go and deal with that, I guess.
Which way? Which way'd they go?
Randy shrugs their shoulders.
Randy just saw skeleton. You were tied up.
Yeah. I was tied up facing the opposite way of the entrance.
Can we scout for clues? Maybe see some skeletal footprints in the sand?
Roll a search.
Yeah. 3.
You start following footprints and follow them right into the building.
Ah. You're not going to believe this, guys. They took him into the building.
Randy comes up and grabs you and says, no, dear. Those are obviously shoe prints. So, you know what? Actually, she looks at the ones you just made. Those are your own footprints. Yeah. Yeah.
Of course. Skeletons don't wear shoes.
All right. Can I do insight?
Yeah.
Would it be search, insight, whatever? Oh boy, that's a 6.
You follow the exact same footprints. Right into, you like follow them up into the bar and then out.
Yeah, I like bump into Randy and be curious.
Oh boy. Yeah, this I don't know if you are up to this job. I'm guessing Tarquin's just screwed.
I really wish Tarquin was here right now. He'd be able to figure it out.
He'd be able to find Tarquin. He can always find Tarquin.
Right? It's so easy when he's you.
I guess I will try and search.
Come on.
Do I add the 3?
Yes.
Okay, so I got 16.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
There's like a giant trail of fire going off in the other direction.
No, these ones weren't on fire. They were carrying Tarquin. But that would have been great. Yeah, Phaleon, you see tracks. I'm assuming you motion for everybody to follow you. Like, all right, follow the pro here. I got this. You follow those footprints, and they lead. They break off, and so 2 sets of footsteps break off to the left. 1 set of footsteps goes to the right and goes to a witch's cauldron shop.
Should we investigate that one first, since it's just right there?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest splitting up, but we could just check that first and then follow the other path later. And that way we wouldn't split the group. Yeah, we'll stick together. So we all got pretty banged up in that last one.
You guys enter the witch store, and there's a witch, classic witch, long pointy nose and
Which store?
wart.
Hey, I ate lunch at Witch today.
The witch rolls their eyes like, oh, we got a comedian here, huh? Looks like you could use some hair potion. You've got no hair on your... Oh, you're wearing a tie-dye shirt. I don't know. It looks like you could use some hair on those arms, huh? I've got a nice potion for that.
No, I'm good. Gotta keep myself all smooth and svelte like a muscular seal.
Oh, well, I've got this nice oil. It's enchanted and it'll make your skin glisten.
All right, I'll think about it.
It also makes you allergic to the sun. But it's only 20 gold.
Oh, this lady's tricky.
Yeah. Did we have another reason why we were coming in here, or was it just to make me allergic to the sun?
Hey, witch lady, instead of making our friend allergic to the sun, did you see a British assassin-y cyborg fella getting carried by maybe 3 skeletons come this way?
No, I didn't see any British. I don't... how would she know?
That's not a real place. In Alaspis.
Well, also, he's passed out, so how would she know?
Oh, yeah.
It would just be a person. But she says, but a skeleton did come in here.
A skeleton? What did he say?
Oh, there's customer witch confidentiality. I can't breach that sacred pact.
I see.
Feels like the start to a joke. Skeleton walks into a potion shop. What does he say?
What does he say?
I don't know. I'm asking, you know what? I'm going to ask that to the witch. Hey, so, guess this joke. So the skeleton walks into a potion shop and asks the witch a question. What did he say?
Roll a talk check.
Oh, not my strong suit. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I know this one. He says, we need some ingredients for a curse. A curse to make someone not be such a sexist bastard.
Is that the plot? Is that why they took Tarquin?
What are you talking about? Did I get it right?
Yeah. No, I am busting up laughing.
Good boy's incapacitated.
Yeah.
Literally ROTFLOL.
She goes, wait a minute, that was a trick. Her arm starts to catch on fire, and she says, the customer witch confidentiality pact. And she starts patting herself, and she's on fire. No! And she burns into ash.
Oh, dang. I was going to say I cut off her arm.
Okay, actually, before that happens, go ahead and roll an interact check.
It's a 12 plus 3, 15.
Okay, yeah. Are you chopping off her arm with your buzz axe?
Yeah.
Okay, you chop off her arm just in time before it spreads up to her, and now she's bleeding, and she picks up the arm and then smashes it into her stub now. It says, oh, Thank you. You saved me. I mean, also you made it so that I lost my. This is very. Oh, I'll get you. I'll get you. I don't know. You saved me, but you also ruined me.
Can I expect any sort of like in-store credit for this?
Roll a talk check.
That's 3. -4.
-1. Perfect. Exactly what you needed. The witch stumbles over to her countertop and she turns around and she throws this powder into your face. And as you inhale it, she's yelling, "Swift to chop and chop to swift. Next time you'll be the one to drift."
Oh.
Was that pocket sand?
It's none of your business. Get out of here.
Okay.
She starts making a potion with one hand, but it's like very choppy. Like she's trying to use like a mortar and pestle, but the pestle, or the pestle, right? That's the bowl part. Keeps like moving and ingredients keep like spilling out as she's trying to like crush things in it.
She could like stir her big witch's cauldron with her own severed arm.
Oh god.
Oh, are we leaving? What do you guys? What do you want to do?
Yeah, it sounds like this is done. I got cursed. We got the information.
You got cursed, and we know that somebody was after Tarquin for being a sexist bastard.
Yeah. I just shake my head and I'm like, this all checks out.
I wish it narrowed down the suspects at all.
Well, and that's it. That's the end of the show.
Well, we still got that other pair of skeletal footprints we could follow that went off the other way.
Yeah, I suppose we could follow them.
All right, you guys leave the shop. You start following those footprints. You get to a street that kind of looks familiar. There's people throughout the street, but you kind of lose track of the footprints.
I could search for clues with my wonderful search checks I've been rolling tonight.
This one, I would say, is a town search check. Like,
ooh,
you're searching the environment, so you would get +5 on that.
We're about town, so all right. I'll ask the locals, hey, anybody see, or whoever's closest, excuse me, sir or madam or thadam, have you seen a gentleman being carried by 2 or 3 skeletons pass this way? 17. What's that, plus how many for the town's man about town?
+5.
+5, fantastic. So we're sitting on 23.
I did. I saw I saw 2 skeletons come up and they carried this guy right up to this building over here, this warehouse over here.
I like this voice. This is a good one.
Thanks. It's my voice. I'm awful proud of it. It's what I grew up with.
Yeah, very good.
I used to get made fun of on the street, or like in the playground with the kids. Because I had this even like when I was 5.
You sound like a grizzled old man.
Yeah. And now he's 7.
Thank you, small child. Oh, where did he say they went? I was so distracted by that voice.
Yeah, I have that effect on men, women, children, skags, rats. Yeah, I'm pretty a charmer. I'm a good little charmer boy.
Well, yeah. Thank you. We're gonna go do that thing you said now. You said they went into a building.
Yeah, they went into this warehouse down yonder.
All right, we're going to that warehouse down on yonder. Yeah.
Did you want me to come with you?
We're down a party member, sure.
Yes, please.
Okay. You might get shot.
Oh, that's no problem. I've been shot at a lot.
Nice.
Some people find me annoying and that I like to hang around a little too long. My name's Lamp.
Well, I, for one, love Lamp.
Post. Last name Post.
Lamp Post. Hello, Lamp Post. What you knowin'?
I knowin' that they went into that warehouse.
Okay, we're going to that warehouse.
All right, follow me.
Can we make Lamppost like a permanent member?
At this point, yeah. We'll call ourselves the Lamppost Boys for life. I'm sorry, girl. You know what? That's sexist. Why don't we be with the Lamppost Girls for life? Because we do got a girl here.
I'll be a lamppost girl.
Lamppost folks.
All right. He walks over to the front of the building. And you see at the front of the building, there's like a cardboard sign that says 666 Idiot Street. And then Lamppost puts his hand in the middle, indicating that, like, let's do it before we go in.
Okay, I put my hand in too.
I'll put my hand in.
This person's my new favorite person. This is my best friend.
Lamppost Malone.
Ooh. He does have tattoos on his face.
He's 7 years old with face tattoos.
Could just say lamppost.
Yes.
In like really crappy cursive, like childlike cursive, right? Where they practice the letters. It's written like lamp under one eye and post under the other eye. Actually, it's post and then lamp because they did it the wrong way.
Post lamp.
They were looking in a mirror.
Oh my god, it's just backwards.
Oh
this
my gosh,
guy is
there you
a
go.
mess. Oh, this dude.
And then on the left side of his face is like a literal lamp post.
Yes.
He looks at Phaleon.
I reluctantly put my hand in.
Lamppost Girls for life on 3. 1, Lamppost Girls for life.
Lamppost Girls for life.
Lamppost girls for life.
Mm.
And then he immediately goes in, kicks down the door, and runs straight into the warehouse.
That's the strongest 7-year-old I've ever seen.
Damn, Lamppost, wait up. I'm going in.
Yeah, I guess I'll go in too. I gotta protect Lamppost.
Phaleon, you're going in too, right?
Yep, I'm just following, I guess.
You, like, the other two kind of, like, rush, like, whoa, this is sudden, and we're following. And then you're just, like, reluctantly walking in, sauntering, like, oh my gosh. Why?
Lamppost is in danger. Oh no.
Lamppost Malone is in the center of the room at this point, and like a square in front of him is a big boiling cauldron, and above the cauldron is somebody tied up in ropes hanging there, and you notice that it's Tarquin Britstone.
He used to have it all, you know.
Thank you so much for listening to Friend and Foe Adventure Co. We are having an absolute blast playing this. If you want to start your own adventures, you can. You can go to nerdvanagames.com and buy your own source book. And if you really want to go fancy, you can get the deluxe edition, which is amazing. That's what I have. It's especially amazing for in-person because it's got miniatures, it's got a board, it's got these weapon cards. It makes it really easy to do. Even for these online sessions that we do, I use the BM screen to BM for everybody. It makes BMing way easier in front of your friends because it's like a cheat sheet. If you enjoy this show, there's a couple ways you could help us out. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Either and or both will help the podcast get seen more. And another way to help us out is to share it with your friends and your foes. Word of mouth, social media, hire a skywriter, hire a medium to share it with ghosts. If you're a doctor, you can write a prescription to every single one of your patients prescribing Friend and Foe Adventure Co. It would mean so much to us. I have been your BM, aka the Bunker Master, Riley Stock. Phaleon is played by my wife, Kimberly. Tarquin Britstone is played by Phil McNeil. Mercurius is played by Kyle Mackert. And Good Boy is played by Matt Laraway. Kyle Mackert also does our theme song, Vault Hunter, which you can hear on SoundCloud, and you can check out more of his music on SoundCloud and on YouTube, Mecha Mac Music. We're just a small little podcast, but we're having fun doing it. We're going to keep doing it for as long as it's fun. And I appreciate the listeners that are interacting with us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. We are on all of those at FFAdventureCo. Come and interact with us. Have some fun. You can find a lot of this information and links to places in our episode description. That is it. And remember, to us, you are the best kind of badass.
Vault Hunter, I'll watch your back if you watch mine, Vault Hunter. Those bandits better run and hide. You got your 20-sided die. You got a sparkle in your eye. You got your guns. Let's get some.
Can we make t-shirts that say Lamppost Malone is my best friend?
Oh my god. Yes.